Dear brothers and sisters, today we gather to explore in depth one of the most significant pillars of our faith, Zakat, the divine mechanism for purifying our wealth and cleansing our hearts. Zakat is far more than a financial transaction. It is a sacred obligation prescribed by Allah, designed to elevate our spiritual state and foster a just, compassionate society. Derived from the Arabic root meaning to purify and how to grow, Zakat reminds us that all wealth ultimately belongs to Allah and is entrusted to us only for a limited time with the purpose of circulating blessings throughout the community. In the Holy Quran, Allah states, "Take from their wealth a charity by which you purify them and cause them increase." Surah Tawbah 9:103. This verse encapsulates the essence of Zakat, teaching us that giving is both a means of purifying our possessions and a source of spiritual growth. It is not the abundance of wealth itself that matters, but our willingness to share it with those in need. The systematic nature of Zakat, typically calculated as 2.5% of one's surplus wealth once it exceeds the nisab threshold, ensures that only those who have been blessed with abundance contribute, thereby establishing a balance between individual prosperity and community welfare. Let us consider the historical context. In the early Islamic society, Zakat was more than an economic policy. It was a cornerstone for building a resilient and caring community. The early Muslims understood that wealth, if hoarded, could lead to social disparity and moral decay. By channeling a portion of their earnings to the underprivileged, they not only fulfilled a divine command, but also maintained a society built on mutual support, fairness, and compassion. Dr. Zakir Naik often emphasizes that Zakat is a powerful tool for eradicating poverty and ensuring that every member of the Ummah feels valued and cared for. The practical calculation of Zakat involves determining one's accumulated savings and investments over the lunar year. Once this wealth surpasses the nisab, traditionally set at the equivalent value of 85 grams of gold or 595 grams of silver, the 2.5% obligation becomes applicable. This system ensures that those who have surplus wealth contribute to the economic well-being of the community without burdening those who are merely sustaining themselves. It is a fair and balanced approach that prevents exploitation and encourages financial responsibility among Muslims. Moreover, the Quran elaborates on the proper allocation of Zakat in Surah At-Tawbah 9:60, where 8 specific categories of beneficiaries are mentioned. These include the poor, the needy, those employed to administer Zakat, those whose hearts to be reconciled, captives, debtors, those fighting in the cause of Allah, and those stranded on the road. Each category represents a different facet of social need, ensuring that the wealth is distributed in a manner that covers various aspects of human vulnerability. This careful delineation underscores the comprehensive vision behind Zakat. It is not a random act of charity, but a well-thought-out system aimed at achieving social justice and alleviating hardship. Reflecting on these teachings, one must understand that Zakat is not merely a ritualistic obligation to be fulfilled mechanically. It is a conscious act of submission to Allah's will, an opportunity to cleanse our hearts of greed, and a means to cultivate empathy and generosity. When we pay our Zakat, we are not only following a divine command, but also affirming our belief in the transient nature of this world. We are reminded that our possessions are temporary, and our true wealth lies in the spiritual growth we attain by sharing our blessings with others. Consider the transformative effect of Zakat on the individual and the community. On an individual level, paying Zakat instills a sense of humility and gratitude. It teaches us that our prosperity is not solely the result of our own efforts, but a blessing from Allah that must be reciprocated in service to our fellow beings. On a communal level, Zakat serves as a powerful equalizer. It bridges the gap between the rich and the poor, mitigates the risks of economic inequality, and fosters a spirit of solidarity and unity. When wealth circulates freely, it generates social welfare, creating a safety net that protects the vulnerable and encourages a more balanced and harmonious society. Dr. Zakir Naik has repeatedly highlighted that the practice of Zakat has far-reaching implications beyond financial redistribution. It is a means of instilling a deep sense of moral accountability in every believer. In a world driven by materialism and self-interest, Zakat calls us to a higher purpose. It challenges us to view our earnings not as personal treasures, but as instruments of divine mercy, meant to uplift and empower those who are struggling. This act of giving becomes a form of worship, a daily reminder of our duty to lead lives marked by justice, compassion, and unwavering faith in Allah's providence. Furthermore, the spiritual benefits of zakat are manifold. When we part with a portion of our wealth, we purify our souls from the attachments that bind us to the material world. We learn to detach ourselves from the insatiable desire for more, replacing it with a contentment that comes from knowing that we are fulfilling our duty to Allah. This inner purification is a cornerstone of Islamic spirituality. It transforms our character, allowing us to see beyond the superficial allure of worldly possessions and focus on the eternal rewards promised by our Creator. In essence, zakat is not just a financial obligation. It is a pathway to achieving spiritual elevation and inner peace. In today's fast-paced and often inequitable world, the principles embodied by zakat are more relevant than ever. The challenges of poverty, economic disparity, and social injustice are global issues that require collective action and shared responsibility. Zakat offers a timeless solution, reminding us that every individual has a role to play in creating a more just and compassionate society. By adhering to this divine command, we contribute to a cycle of generosity that benefits everyone, reinforcing the bonds of trust, cooperation, and mutual respect within our communities. As we conclude, let us remember that the act of giving zakat is a profound declaration of faith, a commitment to live by the principles of fairness, compassion, and humility that are at the very heart of Islam. It is a tangible manifestation of our trust in Allah and our belief in the transformative power of charity. May Allah grant us the wisdom to understand the true essence of zakat, the strength to fulfill our obligations with sincerity, and the compassion to ensure that our contributions bring relief and hope to those in need. May our wealth be a means of spreading divine blessings, fostering unity, and paving the way for a future where every member of our Ummah thrives in justice and peace. Brothers and sisters, as you reflect on these teachings, let the spirit of zakat inspire you to reevaluate your relationship with wealth. Embrace this sacred duty with an open heart, and let your actions serve as a testament to your unwavering commitment to Allah and to the betterment of society. May the act of giving be a constant reminder that true success is measured not by the accumulation of riches, but by the generosity with which we share our blessings. May Allah, in His infinite mercy, accept our efforts and reward us in this world and the hereafter. Ameen.